to do that.
Right.
You. If you got good parents, you can be like, you know what? Let me build on what you already got. You got a good father. You say, hey, let me build on what father taught me. You say my father worked too much. I didn't get that love. Let me turn around and do that to my family. Then I turned around and told her this. I said, you know the worst thing that we pass on to our children as generational curses? I said it's not abuse. It's not all the traumas. I said it's ignorance. Because like we talking about literacy, and a lot of us didn't know how to read. And then you turn around and you talk about the parents, like the mothers. They're turning around, they're turning that same thing over to their children, who's gonna turn it over to their children. But us saying like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna break this curse. We didn't have a father in the home. I'm gonna make sure a father's in the house so that I can teach my kid how to change a tire, know what an alternator is, you know what I'm saying, know to go out, you know what I'm saying, go outside and cut the grass, show my son how to treat women, you know, teach my daughter what it is. Like you just said earlier, like, do we even know how to look for a woman? Do we even know how to look for a man? We're in a two-parent home right now because we know that we're not transferring that over to the next generation. I'm gonna teach you how to look for a husband based off of biblical principles.
What do y'all mean when y'all say that though? Like,
What you
know
mean?
how to look for a woman? Like, what goes with that?
Okay, and that's what I said. Hold on.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
I think a neat idea is grab 3 16 to 20-year-old men. One of them went out on a date last night. What did his friends say about her? What do they ask? First question. What she look like?
What she look like?
She's with her friends. What they say? What he do?
look like?
What's he do?
It's two different things. What he look like and what does he do?
So that already about what they bring to the, when you were saying about what they bring to the
So what does
home,
it bring to the table?
I'm a guy looking for somebody who's pretty. She was looking for somebody who could support.
Support.
So if I'm not looking for that same kind of mentality or somebody to meet me halfway, yeah, I have somebody pretty now.
So answer your question.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Okay, this is what I tell like young. Me and my girl just having this conversation the other day, and I said men are judged on what they provide, and a lot of men get taken advantage because of that.
Yeah, that's
So
what he was saying.
You
Like,
show
what
up.
do you do?
So I said, this is what, and I said, this is what I did with you. I said, I sold my character first. That's the first thing I did. Who I am is that's the first thing I sold you. I had money in the bank, but you don't know that. But if I show up to the date with rings and fresh Jordans on, and you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, I got a nice Louis Vuitton outfit on. I'm selling me now. But what I want you to buy into is my character. That's what I want you to buy, and that's what I have to teach my children. Like when he shows up to a date, he got on a $500 outfit. What else about him? That's why I'm so for like coffee dates, because it's the only thing in front of you is a coffee. Now you got to show me that you know how to talk. You got to show me that you have some type of literacy to you. You got to show me this now, because we can sit and talk about this $400 meal for 2 hours. I could walk away and be like, oh yeah, what y'all talking about? I don't know. I don't know. But if you got a $5 piece of coffee in front of you, now you gotta tell me who you are. And a lot of men and young women can't do it.
True.
So,
Yeah,
add on to that real quick.
Go, sir.
So I used to work on base, and I used to manage a contract, and and a lot of my guys were in the union. So one of the union executives came to me and said he wanted me to hire one of his guys from in the union, right, for HVAC position. So I was like, okay. So we try to be professional with the union. Even though they don't always work with you, but we try to make that work, right? So the guy showed up for his interview. He was a black guy. So I was excited. I said, okay, we get some brothers in here, right? So I asked him one question, because there's certain questions you can't ask. I can't ask his age. I can't ask him, is he married or anything like that. I said, man, just tell me about yourself. He could not tell me one thing. And so I didn't hire him, right? And union was upset because he had qualifications on paper. I said, but he can't talk. And all I said was, tell me about yourself.
So he didn't say anything.
Yeah, he said, what do you want to know? I said, just whatever you want to tell me.
Told you nothing.
I hate that question.
I mean, golly.
Yeah, I mean, I like what you said about that coffee date and stuff like that.
Grown man couldn't tell me nothing.
No, that's facts. I think you should be able to sell yourself. If I'm in the market of, to be honest, let's be quite frank, I work in society where I, as a black man, have to cater to someone else. I don't think a lot of people grasp that. That's how I grasp it for how I was taught. I have to present myself in a different way. That's like you would pick up the phone, I have to put on my white voice. So,
Stop
I
doing that too, bro.
code switch.
Stop doing that, man.
How you stop doing that? So when
I
I
ain't,
present,
I ain't asking you. I'm telling you to stop doing that. Like,
oh yeah, no, I'm
stop
just
switching up, bro.
So, what I mean by that, when I presented myself to my wife, which I did not know that was her, in that given state, because I was a pharmacy tech, she came to my window, so it was different, but, this generation, they only do everything off their phone. They don't know how to actually sit down, look at somebody in the eye, and just have a general conversation about something.
That's very true.
So-
You can see that with families out
That's
eating
right.
dinner. Everybody looking at their phone, whole family.
The whole family, everybody just like this, like, oh yeah, how was your day? Oh shoot, somebody's staying with me.
Well, I don't allow the phone at my dinner table. I don't allow
So
the
it'd be
phone. No
weird,
phone. I don't allow it.